Hey, teacups, it's your girl Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. Joining me tonight is teacup affiliate Schoolboy. Hey,
Hey,
Schoolboy.
hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm fantastic.
Child, the tea overfloweth today. Okay. Portia, Simon, Fallon, the gift that keeps on giving. Okay.
Damn it, it's a telenovela.
Shit. All right. Also joining us this evening is teacup affiliate the Bishop. Hey, Bishop.
Hey,
Hey, how y'all
Bishop.
doing?
Good.
Good. You
I love
looking
that blue
quite
on you.
handsome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank
You
you
look
for.
real young too. Cool your hormones in the chat. Cool your hormones. Cool your hormones. All right. Also joining us this evening is teacup affiliate Marcella, our favorite
Hey everybody.
auntie. All
Hey.
right. Okay. All right,
Hey.
y'all. So we got a lot to get into tonight. But Lisa Nicole Cloud called me right before I went on live tonight to say that she's running a little late. She was in the office still, and she was going to rush home, put her makeup on real quick. You know, a girl got to look good. And and I was like, girl, come on, just come on. You're fine. You're a natural beauty. She said, "Mm-mm. This might go viral. I need to look real extra good." I said, I understand. I understand. So she's running a little late, but she will be with us. She'll be joining us soon. So I said, you know what? Why don't we discuss the topic at hand? I mean, the thing that went viral, okay? Fallon might be pregnant. Okay. And she gave my boy Up and Adam an exclusive interview. So now Adam had texted me about a week ago and he says, Monica, you're going to be so proud of me. And I was like, what? What did you do? He goes, I can't get into it, but it's Roa. And I was like, well, Adam, don't leave me in, suspense. What is it? And he didn't get into it. And then this morning he texted me at 8:30 and I'm like, I don't do mornings. Okay. Especially now that them kids are out of school. It's like, y'all fending for yourselves now.
Don't do them kids like that. Don't do the babies
Oh,
like
listen, the big ones take care of the little ones, okay? It takes a village. So, so okay, let me get back into. I'm sorry. So anyway, so yes, he texted me at 8:30. He goes, Monica, are you up? And I was like, nah, too early. So I texted him back at 10:30, and he said he sent me a 1-minute clip of the trailer, and my jaw was hanging on the floor. First of all, it was very Tasha K-esque documentary type. I said the drama of it all, the
Yeah.
music, the set. I said, well, goddamn, you the new Oprah YouTube? What the hell going on? I said that boy done stepped his game up. I mean, it was just amazing. So in due of time, we give Lisa some time. Why don't we dive into that tea? Let's talk about it. So for those that don't know, the drama between Fallon and her ex-husband, Portia's new man, well, he ain't even her ex-husband yet, her current husband, but Portia's new man, Simon Gubadia, is intensifying after news broke last week that Simon got engaged to Fallon. Everybody was wondering, well, how is Fallon doing? How is she coping? We see Portia, we see Simon, they're gallivanting all over Mexico, and she's giving him Felipe Hermes and all this other stuff, all these fancy, expensive gifts and stuff. He's giving her 3 weddings and a baby. Listen, okay? Simon is now accusing Fallon of cheating, which we knew already because we covered that on this channel. And he did that after Fallon shared a preview of an upcoming interview exclusive that she has with my boy Up and Adam. Let me share my screen so we can look at the post together. And I don't know if I could play that music. Let me mute this because there's some background music, but you see the trailer, right? I don't want to play. Let me see if I can play this music. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna share my screen and give me a second. Give me a minute.
That outfit she got on is, I love it.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
She looking like a bag of money. Let me go there when I go to Atlanta next week and find her.
Look at that.
And the breasts look good.
She looks amazing.
She looking like I'm gonna take all them hoes for their money.
It's the tears for me, y'all.
It's the dab with the
Yes.
The tissue square.
without the tissue. It's the
She's
dab.
doing a Candace. She's doing a Candace. Tissue in a triangle.
She do it better than Candace because Candace keep doing it. You got to do it when the right time.
I love that set. You go, Adam. Look at that set.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child. I said, well, Adam done came up.
Yeah, Adam looked very handsome. He looked
in the hood, we would say Adam hit a lick.
For real.
Yeah,
but let me tell you something. He's been grinding on YouTube very hard. And he does a lot of interviews, but I think this is going to get him over that 1 million view mark in one interview. And I'm so happy for him. Because that shit right there, it went viral today. And it's going to be lit. Okay. Yeah, he flew to Atlanta. And the clip that I just showed the clip, baby. I just showed the clip that Adam. Oh, it's the same thing. It's the trailer, but it's just 1 minute of it. It's not the whole 30 seconds. He texted to me this morning before everyone. So I had like kind of exclusive. That's when you have friends on YouTube. I had exclusive rights to it. I love Adam. Kudos to him. So today, Fallon, she posted, like you just saw, the preview of the interview, and that set Simon off. Okay. That set him off, and he clapped back when asked about the rumors that she cheated. Simon, and I quote, she said, Simon doesn't get caught unless Simon wants to be caught. That's what she said in the preview. When Adam commented, he convinced you to join a show, and now he's engaged to another one of the cast members. And she responded, God, the ball is on him. Okay. Then she wiped away her tears ever so gently. And she stated, I meant what I said when I took my vows. It hurts. It hurts like hell. I love hard. I really love hard. Don't that sound like some waiting to exhale?
I was going to say, it hurts like hell. Bernadine, when she was on John and Bernadine.
It sounds like she rehearsed it.
It does kind of, right? I mean, her suit, that white, crispy suit, clean, not a spot on it. The hair was perfect. Let me tell you something. Adam got the coin because that production child was everything. Yes. Okay, the lighting, the set. So then Simon took to his own Instagram to slam the interview and accused Fallon of cheating on him with another man. So this is what he wrote. He wrote, and I quote, the face of a cheating wife. Let's start with why I filed for divorce. Let's start with who cheated with and currently pregnant for and living in a home I paid for post-divorce. Oh my goodness, child. His Instagram, well, y'all know his Instagram handle. He said, let me continue on. He says his Instagram handle is blah, blah, blah. I'm going to mention it here. And this is how your generosity gets twisted. Let's get started there. Whoo, child. Fallon then immediately hit back with a post about narcissistic personality disorder. Let me go ahead and pull that up for y'all so you can see it here.
Well, we shall see in a few months if a baby come out.
Child, right? 9 months will tell. Okay, can y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay, who wants to read it?
Go, Schoolboy.
At the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder have trouble handling anything they perceive as criticism, and they can become impatient or angry when they don't receive special treatment, have significant interpersonal problems, and easily feel slighted, react with rage or contempt, and try to belittle the other person to make themselves appear superior, have difficulty regulating emotions and behavior, experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change, feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection, have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, vulnerability, and humiliation.
Oh, damn. All right, I wonder who she's talking about.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Let me stop right there in this report. Schoolboy, what are your thoughts on the latest drama?
Oh, who that is, my baby daddy? That's just my baby daddy. So when we run out out the Maury tape. Okay, get us the Maury. Y'all can go down to the CVS, swab it up real quick. I'm trying to figure out who is the baby daddy. And Simon, let's be real, sir. Y'all probably did have an open marriage. I think that, if she was sliding with him on the other side, it was because you couldn't get it up and she got tired of using her hand. So she went on over there to old boy. He was younger. And he went on and, knocked that thing out the frame. So you can't be mad. Now you over there, supposed to be looking younger, better teeth. You over there with Portia doing y'all things. So what does it matter, sir? And if she is screwing him in the bed you bought, what does it matter? Aren't you screwing Portia in the house you bought her? So I feel like we're all even here. Just my perspective.
Right. Exactly. Marcella, what are your thoughts?
They need to make this a Real Housewives of Atlanta soap opera, just with the 6 people involved. I mean, you got Portia, you got Dennis, you got all 6 of them, and the new guy on. Listen, it was some swapping going on around, and honey, I cannot wait till the baby come out. It's going to be exciting. I want Fallon to come back this season, and I want her and Simon to get into it, and Portia I need her to stand there and let them fight it out. But this is some good stuff going on down in Atlanta. We call that Hot Atlanta.
Child, I'm trying to tell you, I can't wait for Schoolboy to go next week. Okay, you just keep your eyes and ears open. Okay, watch out.
I'm looking for the white van, and I'm looking to go to Lanithia's and go get me something to drink and eat.
Bishop, your thoughts on this drama? What are your thoughts?
I'm with Marcella. Forget the other castmates, throw them all away. We want to hear about this telenova. What's really going on up in them mansions? I want to know is Fallon going to get back at Portia by getting with Dennis? I mean,
I thought that was a joke.
stay woke. I mean, if you
was a joke.
If you do it, just smash them one good time and keep it moving. But I don't condone that. Let me stop. But that would be a good revenge though. But Up and Adam doing his thing, and I'm happy that he's doing this interview because Andy done wet his pants when he seen that interview. He's like, we got another cast.
I wonder if Bravo's behind this in any way, because that would be interesting, if they're backing it, because the production value definitely looked like a pretty coin. It's okay. This is a professional job that was done. I mean, seriously. Kudos to Adam again. I cannot wait for him to drop the interview on June 10th. So we'll see that next week. Let me continue on with the report. Like I told you, Lisa Nicole Cloud will be our special guest tonight, but she is running a little late, but she will be here. So then Fallon announced, y'all know Fallon announced her split from Simon back in April, sharing that after 2 years of marriage and 5 years of friendship, Simon and I have made the difficult decision to go our separate ways, okay? And then Portia and Simon announced that they were in a relationship on Mother's Day of this year. So, y'all know how that went down.
Yeah.
Y'all saw it for yourselves. So after Fallon posted about the narcissism and stuff like that, let me tell you something. The internet streets went wild. The Shade Room picked it up, the Jasmine brand, the Neighborhood Talk. This was like on every single urban blog that you can think of. Again, shout out to Adam. Kudos to you. I am so proud of you. Okay, let me see what they're saying in the chat. Simon in the chat. Oh, Lord. Not Simon. What?
Call in, Simon. Call
in. Call me now for your free reading.
Yes. Call in. We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. So now what if she's really pregnant? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, that's some messy stuff.
Well, if he had already checked out and he was doing him, what does it matter? Because it seems as if they both was kind of doing their own thing. And shoot, if somebody else could get that wop wetter, go on and do what you got to do. Dip it and do it. I ain't mad. Hey, do what you want to do.
We got Simon in the chat. Hey, Simon, call in. Hey, just send me a DM on Twitter. I will send you the link, but please call in.
Oh, look at Simon. Oh, look at God.
I don't think that's Simon.
You don't think so?
Because it just said Portia's a nice girl. She's play something.
Why don't we have people call, what are your thoughts, Marcella, if she's really pregnant? What are your thoughts?
Listen, if she's pregnant, I wouldn't even be indulging in this. Everything is taken care of. Simon done went on, have your fun. You got your money. Go on and just make your life better. Just get rid of that, because that's got to be so embarrassing. But if she's pregnant and it's not Simon, she'll be getting some basketball money. She can get on Basketball Wives.
It's still on, Bishop. It's still on. My God, they released the new cast. It's still on.
Yeah, it's not canceled, unfortunately. So the boyfriend, the alleged boyfriend, went on vacation with Simon and Fallon while they were married. He was supposed to be some close friends of Fallon. And he clapped back. He has some stuff to say. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can look at this together. Let me pull this up.
He was a friend of mine.
Can y'all see that?
Yes.
It's Jalen Banks, okay? This was my first experience outside of the country. I'm very grateful for my friends Simon Gubadia and Fallon Gubadia for bringing me along with them and showing me that there are better things in life rather than just clubs. I was taught something on this trip, and that was to enjoy life and love everyone close to you. Cheers to more life. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. They posted this, and their caption says, number 1, they broke it all the way down. Last summer, Jalen went on a trip with Simon and his now ex Fallon. Number 2, Simon alleges that Fallon cheated on him with Jalen. Number 3, Jalen has kept this post up, but edited the caption. Number 4, Fallon has posted a message about narcissists. Number 5, this too much. It's the this too much that took me out. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, goodness gracious. What are your thoughts? Let me see this as a page 2. It's here. Okay, that was the narcissistic message. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Schoolboy, on Jalen's message? Because I also saw a post from Simon said he's going to sue Jalen too. He also said that.
You know, I mean, hell, give him a damn peach, because he's doing the works of Patricia Peter Thomas when he was on the show. Give this man a peach. I mean, he deserves it right now, because him and Portia's ghetto tales is going to save Roa. This is amazing. This is you can't make shit up like this. This is amazing. I'm salivating over here.
Listen, okay.
I'm telling you, I don't think, if the man was screwing your wife, you had to do him. You had to do somebody else for her to backstab. Women are set up emotionally. When they cheat, they emotionally cheat. So you had to do something to her first to get you back. So I say call the shit all even, but let it play out on Roa. Oh, are they filming right now? Get all of this.
Yeah, I know Portia's filming her show, but Roa hasn't started. I don't think as yet. I think they plan to start very soon, though, like within a couple of weeks. Yeah,
I'm gonna look for the cameras in the white van next week.
Atlanta, be aware. Marcella, what are your thoughts on Jalen's, post and Simon threatening to sue Jalen?
I just want to know, in what relationship do you take a husband and wife take a third wheel? And where was Simon at when all this was supposed to be transpiring? I don't like it. It smells dirty in the Dominican Republic.
Do you think that while Jalen was on vacation with Fallon and her husband, he got it in? He slipped it in a little bit on the side?
He said keep his loved one close to him. Didn't you hear him say that?
he put the tip in. He put the tip in.
Oh, bent over just a little bit. Just pulled up.
Pull a panties to the side, let it slide through. Yeah, they did. They did it.
Right. Bishop, your thoughts. What did you think? What do you think?
Ooh-wee. When it's up. Hey. Okay. This is a interesting soap opera. They need to forget calling it the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Call it the Real Housewives of the Soap Opera Tales. And we need to make this as classy as possible. but trashy as much possible as we can too. But we don't even have to say it. They doing it on their own. However, these are some rich folks that is doing the most. And you know what? I'm here for it. Andy Cohen, listen, forget the whole idea of peaches. Let's just go ahead and make this a soap opera. A reality soap opera. Forget Kenya, forget Candy, forget Cynthia, forget all them other broads, and let's stick to this family.
Yes.
These two families.
Yes.
That's it. That's all we need.
That's it.
All we need. Like I said, the only way those other ladies can compete with this storyline is if Candy burns down the old lady gang with Mama Joyce. Okay? For real. Kenya stages another robbery at her house and she come out running with them guns again in each hand, just shooting folks. Okay?
Yes.
That's the only way. Schoolboy T wants to know what Schoolboy know about sliding panties and putting a tip in. Please educate the folks.
Don't ask me about that. Ask the person at the local condom since I was at last Saturday. Okay. And I did see the safari attachment over there, but I didn't purchase that. That's a little too much. Ain't nobody trying to get their whole life taken.
Not their whole lifetime.
Oh my.
Like that.
Yeah, it's 12 inches.
Oh. Put
Lord.
it in reverse.
Oh Lord, not 12 inches, child. What the hell?
That's the size. That was the size on it.
That was an A-game dildo. A-game win.
Yeah, so somebody gonna be waking up with some legs that's numb.
Leg shaking. Something's happening, child. This is not after dark, y'all. Y'all doing too much. This is not after dark. All right. So, like I said, she might be pregnant. There's no other storyline that can compete with this stuff. Up and Adam might be on the show because who knows if they'll use clips of that interview on the upcoming season. It's so dramatic and well put together. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. That would be bomb. Like I said, the interview drops June 10th. I'm hoping he gets over 1 million views in less than 24 hours. And y'all make sure you check it out and subscribe to Up and Adam's channel. Like, I just love him.
And Up and Adam, if you want to send me a birthday gift, you can send it the day before.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is a very smart man, and he's super professional and super kind. He has a good heart. Absolutely. Yeah, damn, 12 inches, child. Cool your hormones in the chat. Just calm down, y'all. Calm down.
I mean, that's what the box said. I don't know. I didn't pull it out, and that's what the box said. I'm just saying.
Well, you didn't pull it out.
I knew it. Lala Chanel, my love. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, this sounds like some young and restless mess, but I'm here for it.
Yes.
Lisa Nicole. Rachel wants to know where is Lisa Nicole. She'll be here shortly. She was running a little late. She had to, she was leaving work and had to get home and do her makeup and that kind of stuff. So we're just going to push it back a little bit, but she will be here. Brown Bunny 04, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Schoolboy for President 2024. LOL. Love you guys. Keep bringing the good tea. We love you too. We appreciate you. Thank you. They said you better stop, Bishop. You
might get flued out. You might get flued out. Don't do it.
What I do?
Be careful now. Be careful. Be careful. In other news, too, which we didn't cover last night, Evelyn Lozado has quit Basketball Wives. If anybody cares, she quit. Okay, the show's coming back. It was renewed, and they're bringing back some oldies but goodies. Brittany's coming back. Who's the girl from British is coming back? Yeah. And who's the girl, I think, from Dallas that had the baby? I don't know. Somebody.
Brandy Maxwell?
Yes, she's coming.
Okay. All right, so it's back. What are your thoughts on Evelyn?
Brittany, the one with the big booty, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm here for her, just for the booty.
You know who I want to come back? The Drea.
She won't. She'll never come back because she's fouled out with Shawnee.
Oh, she did. What happened?
Yeah, they don't get along.
They didn't too, but I'm talking about Brandy Maxwell fell out with and this year Shawnee said she's just doing spurts coming in. She's not gonna be like a cast member.
Safari's attachment, damn. It's like that Schoolboy. Okay, don't kill nobody now. Don't break no uterus.
I got the regular size.
So you got to get pregnant one day. Don't break a uterus.
Yes.
Good Lord. Good Lord. What are your thoughts, Marcella, on Evelyn Lozado quitting? Are you sad to see her go?
Bye, girl. Bye. Bye. Hasta
Yeah.
luego.
After how she did OG, I was done with her and gaslit OG.
Yeah.
And, went on to pretend like she didn't mean to post that monkey emoji, that she just happened to pop up. It was the first one. And then how they did OG that last season and putting Jackie as a scapegoat up to making her, firing her. You're dismissed. Goodbye. It's like, girl, are you the new Shawnee? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Bishop, what are your thoughts?
Who we talking about again? I don't believe in conjuring up demons. So she's a whole demon. Like I mean, there are some chicks that are just like demon, like this, like Erica Mena. She's a demon too. Like it's some of the stuff they be doing. I'd be like, y'all evil to these men.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're a succubi or succubus. What do we call them?
Yes.
Explain what that is, Bishop, for those that don't know.
Those are demonic spirits that like try to cipher men and women, like incubus and succubus. They cipher it from them sexually. Some of them demons can come in your dreams, depending on what you entertain throughout the day. Yeah, they come through your dreams, and they cipher your energy, all your energy through sexual energy.
Oh wow! So basically, they're vultures that suck your spirit.
Yeah.
They put men in trances. Yeah. Yeah, they have those extraterrestrial powers.
Yeah.
This sounds like some Men in Black shit.
They come in your dreams, or they enter through your dreams, depending on what you. That's why you have to be very careful and guard your thoughts and the things you think about, because shit like that is real.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't we take some calls in the meanwhile? Because like I said, Lisa Nicole Cloud is our special guest. She'll be dropping exclusive Married to Medicine reunion tea and exposing Heavenly Child. Allegedly, there's some Medicaid fraud going on. I'm going to drop the link in the chat and y'all can call in. Make sure you have your cameras on. We ain't playing no games. Yeah, they sleep with you. They have sex with you in your sleep. Yeah, and then they manifest in real life. Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
And if you married, if you don't get that spirit off you, it will sit between you and your husband and your wife.
And it's usually in the form of a neighbor, a slutty neighbor. So be careful, okay? The human form.
Yeah.
Y'all be careful.
Y'all got hoes for neighbors? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, hoes got to stay at home.
They do.
Let me see here. Monica, I was Royce will come. Royce, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I like Royce.
She said, tell Bishop to behave with that blue shirt. Heavenly don't take insurance. Do you ever think, you guys think so surface-like, right? She don't take insurance, but maybe she can't take insurance. Maybe she's not allowed to.
I know somebody that called down there to try to get an appointment and they couldn't get one because she didn't take no insurance, so they just left. They didn't.
Let me tell y'all something. Doctors, and you listen, Schoolboy can school y'all on this because she's very well versed. Don't doctors 80% take insurance? Can nobody walk around with cash no more like that?
Some do, depends. Most of my doctors, I work for colon and rectal doctors, so we do have cash patients. It's on a sliding scale. I have now, as far as dentists, they're a little bit different. Some of them, there are nothing but cash pay patients at all. That's the only thing that they see because they don't make a lot of money off of insurance, especially with the crowns and all of that. They don't make a lot of money. So if they want to charge $1,500 for a crown, they charge $1,500 for a crown. They get that. So, I mean, it's good money in it. But most doctors don't like to take Medicaid or Medicare, especially Medicaid, because they don't make no money off of that. You have to see at least 250, maybe 350 patients to even really make no money off of that.
But wouldn't they make some money if they just start pulling teeth? If you're poor and they just keep pulling the teeth out instead of trying to save it?
Well, damn, they want to help you. No, if you save it, that's more money. That means your ass got to come back.
Okay.
The more you come back, the more you see them, the more money they can make. And let's be clear, being a dentist is a lot of money that they make. A lot more than doctors.
Well, I think
Got it.
heavily is cosmetic only, and they
Uh-huh.
usually have you pay. You can come in there and pay ahead, and then when you get your last treatment, you're all paid off. You're not gonna walk there saying that I'll pay you and I get the money.
Oh, she
not
check
gonna-
your credit. I heard she check your credit too down there if you want to do credit as well.
That's right, Linda. That you're absolutely right. She said the girl from Jamaica said Safari caused her to have a miscarriage due to the size of due to the size of his pee. But she'll always still be in love with him because they were teenage lovers. Now you see, you can have a big schlong, okay, the peen, it can be big, but if you don't know how to work it, you're gonna cause a lot of damage. And like I said, Safari has no rhythm. He's a hot mess. So I can only imagine the stuff that went on in that bed. Child, listen.
You got to enter into that slowly. You can't just jam up in there. That's how folks. That's probably why how she lost the baby, because he's not being careful. And then, like what Monica said, have the rhythm after that. But
Bishop,
even I know you got to slide in.
Bishop, you got to do what? Say it again.
But do y'all think
you have to go up in there slow? You know what I mean?
His
Nice
could have drove Erica crazy. Do y'all think that?
She been crazy.
She
been a devil of a long time.
She's a succubus. She's a succubus too. Yeah, But I mean, I heard good D and make you crazy.
Yeah. Digmatized. Isn't it called digmatized? When you use your mind, you actually drive him to the bank to rob it. I mean, no, he has no rhythm. Poor baby. I mean, it's such a waste of, Anyway, let me go ahead and add my boy Norris to the chat. Hey, Norris.
Hi.
Hey,
we're just gonna stay on topic tonight, okay? We're gonna stay on topic.
Okay, so you talked about Portia and Simon and Fallon, and then Evelyn, right?
Yeah,
we did, right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, Portia, if her relationship with Simon don't work out, she gonna be looking like Miss Boo Boo the Fool for getting his name tattooed on her neck.
Yeah,
that is so stupid. How you gonna do something like that, girl? You just as messed up as I don't know who. It's just like she is a dumb pop. Like she an airhead. She just a fool.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Pretty much.
And Fallon, I hope she blow their world apart. I really hope they do. What goes around comes around.
Yes.
Hi, Key. Mikey said I'm making him horny tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Y'all
better do something. Y'all better do something about that.
Get you some.
Yeah, Fallon. They need to bring her on the show because I want to see what she got to offer. I want to see what she gonna bring. And Evelyn Lozada, she will not be missed. You are fake. You are phony. You trash. You are pathetic. You're not an Afro-Latina. Like, the only reason why you said that is because OG called you out. Because before that, you never said nothing like that.
That's true.
And then that box is just so used up to the point that she's selling her feet on OnlyFans. Who want to see them feet? Them feet just look like fungus, and they just as trashy as her.
Right?
She is lame. She chatty. We don't want to see you on our screens no more, girl. Bye. Stay gone.
Adios, amigos. Okay. Get my Espanol on now. Okay.
Yeah, I think Bishop, I like that blue you got on. You shining like the sky with that blue on.
Ooh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then, Schoolboy, you look pretty in pink.
Thank you.
And then Marcella, she Miss Black Velvet because that dress is wild.
Thank you.
Mr. Davis.
Salute, Mr. Davis.
And then Monica, you always the queen in my book.
Oh, thank you so much, Norris. I love you.
Yep, I'm not going nowhere. Despite what happened, I'm gonna be here because you make me feel. All of y'all make me feel so comfortable on here, and I appreciate that.
We love you, Norris.
We love you, Norris. Thank
you. We love you, and we appreciate you so much, my love. You have a good evening, and we'll see you in the chat. Okay.
Yep, I'll be here. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Right, bye.
I'm gonna add my boy Levon to the chat. Hey, Levon. Hey, sweetheart.
Happy Pride again.
Hey, still twinkling them gay toes over here.
Right. Okay.
So I want to get started with Miss Evelyn Lozada. As Bishop said before, she has been one of the most violent women I've ever seen on reality TV, like ever. And I'm a huge fan of reality television. I've been watching it from like the Flavor of Love days. I've been a huge advocate for a long time, and she has been literally the most violent person, to the point where I can see why people would quit because of her. I mean, if somebody throws a whole bottle of wine at my face, I cannot be in the room with you unless it's on site every single time we're in the. You throw a whole bottle at my face.
You know that.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Wine bottle too. You know, a wine bottle that hit a little different. Yeah, it's an impact. It's an impact. Yeah.
I would have called my cousins, my aunt, everybody come down. Like, Evelyn needs to go. So even if you want to forgive that, her behavior with OG has been despicable. You want to call people monkeys, all that, when you're the one patting your privates on national television, but you calling people a monkey. Her time is up. And I'm honestly, I'm happy she's leaving. I think that it's probably good for her. The baptism clearly worked because she is a demon, Bishop, and clearly maybe, her getting baptized helped a little bit because now she's doing the right thing by exiting and leaving us all at peace because we don't want to see her anymore. So thank goodness for that. As far as poor little Fallon, there is a part of me that is sort of maybe suspecting some sort of something else behind the scenes. I'm waiting to see this Up and Adam interview, which congratulations, Up and Adam, good job. But as well, I think there's something that we don't know that Fallon knows, because it was suspicious to me that she was so quiet about it when this first happened. Because if it was me, I would have been like, F Portia, F him, it would have been a huge big deal. She just kind of was like,
we talked about that, Karen. Right. We talked about him cheating.
So she probably had something under her sleeve as well. And I'm interested to see it.
Ooh,
I want to see it.
Well, she may have some dirt on him, because to post that narcissist thing, and she's not going quiet. She's just waiting for her divorce to really settle, because it's not final. They're still married. And once that's said and done, I think she's going to get a contract with Bravo, and it's going to be on and popping. I can't wait for her to expose his ass and the threesomes and the cocaine, everything. I can't wait. I'm here for it.
I mean, girl has a little bit of fire to her. When she went and grabbed the golf club, who knows what she's about to do? That may not have been all for the show. She ran back there, got the golf club. I'm thinking she's about to break somebody's window or something. Barely she got something in her. We'll see.
Them skinny girls hit hard. Their bones hurt. Their bones hurt.
Is cornbread fed. Portia cornbread fed. She can throw a boulder.
No, she Dr. Curves fed. That ain't
I don't know.
Look at her.
Cynthia was able to beat her ass. Remember, Cynthia kicked her with that.
With that prey mantis kick.
She took it though. She took that.
She sure did. Carlos King cushioned the blow. Levon, my sweetheart, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for the books I have coming my way. Do you want to tell the folks about it?
Yeah.
You want to tell the folks about it?
I can, yes. So, as I maybe have not said before, I am an author. I wrote a few books, but the books that I am promoting this month is called, I actually have it, Chicken Caesar Salad for the Gay Soul. And it is a self-help book. It's not Levon Gitten's guide on being gay, but what it is about, it's a historical, factual-based guide on what being gay actually is. I wrote it in a response to a string of gay suicides that happened around 2015 that really affected me. So yeah, it's to help people.
You need to let me know where I can purchase that at. I'll support it and buy it.
Where can we?
No, you know what? When after I read the books, I'm gonna send it to you, Schoolboy. After I read them, yeah. So that way you can,
I sent you 5, so you can give it out.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much, my love. And you're doing a terrific thing.
Yes.
Helping the gay community, educating them on such important matters. I love you. I love you. Bye. Lisa Nicole just texted me. She said she just got home. She'll be on in 10 minutes, y'all.
Okay, great.
All right. So let me see here. Nina, you ready to come on? I don't see you, and I have to see you, my love. Fawn, I have to see you. Mellow. There you go. Hey, Nina. How you doing, boo? Hi. Oh, and shout out to Mr. Davis in the chat, Marcella's husband.
Salute.
Yes. He loves Bishop.
Nothing but respect, man.
All right, Nina, what you got on your mind, boo? What's going on? You're on mute, I think.
I just want to speak on a little bit about Evelyn Lozada. No? And can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I just want to speak on Evelyn Lozada. I'm like the caller before. All this mess that you have done on that show. This is what I personally believe. Just my belief that she quit before she was getting fired. I believe they was tired of her. Just all the mess that she kept starting and the way she treated people on the show was just so disrespectful. And I don't know. It was time for her to go. It was time for Evelyn to go. She shouldn't have never came back. Like some people shouldn't come back. Like I don't understand why should they coming back. Like, please, honey, your mansion still ain't built. Why are you still here? So I don't understand why they keep bringing those people back. You know what I'm saying? For what? You know what I'm saying? You got fired, you come back. You get fired, you come back. Okay, when you gonna leave for real? But I'm not a fan of Evelyn at all. She was just Shawnee's little sidekick person. And also with Portia and Fallon and all that, I'm over it. Like it has done its course with all this mess. Like you got your story. Let's go and get your 3 episodes and come and do what you need to do. But Fallon, if she's pregnant, I believe she's pregnant by Simon. I just believe she's pregnant by Simon. I don't believe that. It's just a storyline. Just a storyline. It's just crazy. So much like a soap opera, But I'm over Portia. She's still my girl, but I am over Portia. I have not seen Portia post so much on Instagram like she do now. Everything is a post with Portia. Her sheet, her hair, her watch she bought. Anybody know what kind of watch that is she bought Simon, do y'all know what it is? I said, do anybody know what kind of watch that is she bought Simon?
I think that watch is 200.
Philippe, what is that called? Lakeisha would know. She's in the backstage. A Philippe something.
A Philippe, dang, I know what it is. It's Philippe something. Yeah,
I think it's $250,000.
I thought it was 35. Is it 35 or 250,000? Is it 250,000?
What? I'm gonna look that up.
Child.
I know it's expensive. I know she spent over 35,000 on something that she bought him.
Well, because that happened in Beverly Hills a couple of weeks ago. They ripped a man off, and the man was saying his watch was $500,000 for the watch.
They got different prices, but it's called a petite.
Why?
Because it's just an expensive watch.
But why would she buy that for a man that's worth $40 million? Why would you buy that for a man that's supposedly worth $40 million? You should be trying to keep your duckies. Storyline.
They all kinds of prices. 150,000, 188,000, 86,000, 285,000, 61,000. There's different. Yeah,
but the one he got, the face, I think that's 250,000.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God.
Okay,
God bless the
okay.
willing.
Yes, child. And
She
the
probably
breathing.
put that shit on his black card.
Thank you so much for calling in, Nina. The backstage is
y'all.
getting full. Bye, my
Bye.
love. Bye. Ebony, thank you so much for the super chat. The watch is a Frank Mueller. See, I don't know. Rich people, Frank Mueller. Yeah, she did say that. Thank you for the clarification. We appreciate it.
God bless
I don't
the
be
willing.
knowing. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to move that around.
Shoot, I'll put down some stocks and bonds. Forget all that.
Hey, Keisha.
Hey.
boo. Hey.
In the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
That's the bathroom window.
What's going on, my love? What are your thoughts on all of this drama?
I'm over. I've already said what I had to say about Portia and Simon, so I'm not even going to repeat myself on them two. It's beating a dead horse at this point. But Evelyn Lozada, you know, I thought she was just left in the bushes still from when OG pushed her in them. When did she come back out saying that, oh, I'm quitting the show? We thought you been did that, girl.
Right? We don't need this big old announcements. Just bye, right?
Please,
Yeah.
please. Actually come out and just her.
I know.
I mean, they should start a fan club, her and Portia. You know I want to monetize everything. They got skills. Clearly they have skills. They need to monetize it. What we need? We need a whole show. We need Portia. We need Evelyn. Who else? Who else are we gonna put on it? We need somebody else we're gonna put on the show, stealing out here, stealing husbands. Kim Zolciak. She knows how to do it.
Oh yeah. She got that credit card machine too between the legs.
Yeah.
Princess
Zolciak.
Love.
Who?
Princess Love. She not snack some millionaires.
Oh, yeah.
They might be a
Don't
little
nobody want Ray
cokey.
J. Don't nobody want Ray J.
But he's rich. But he's rich.
But you know, she slowed down for the heart, like for real. She was like, okay, I love Ray J. So she don't really count. She's not really a real thought, you know. She's a thought with a heart. She don't count.
She did not start having heart. No, she opened her legs up for that, just like Portia did for that.
Her man Floyd Mayweather before Ray J.
She did. He stole her from her.
Well, you can't really steal something.
Well, you can't really steal, but
you
know, to the perception.
But she found Jesus, guys.
She did. She
Evelyn
did.
did. Yes,
she did.
I did too.
Oh my goodness! All right, all right. You just came home from work. You look very professional.
I just picked up my mother-in-law from the airport, and I'm hiding.
Okay.
I was singing my prayers.
You see me keep getting the look like, oh, shit.
You need some alone time, real quick. She wouldn't understand.
just push the twins on her, like, oh, I gotta go do something.
No, listen. She's Irish. She's Irish, and she cooked some chicken tonight, and it looked, I promise you, it was seasoned to death. Seasoned, but when we bit into it and ate it, it had no flavor. So,
oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right,
girl. I don't want her to see this video.
Just
you in
meet
trouble.
me next week at the Lenithia's Lounge so we get some wings. Cause I don't know what y'all eating over there, but
he's going and DM Schoolboy. So
y'all can have some wings.
My condolences to you.
Yeah.
I'm praying for y'all. Oh, Jesus.
Good night, y'all.
Okay, my love. Right, good night and good luck, boo. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Get the X, all that stuff at the time.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody black got a family member that you don't want them to cook shit at the function. Just bring the ice. Just bring the ice. Don't bring the food.
Princess, you ready to come on? Just give a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Princess.
Hey, Princess.
Hey, girl. Hey, Princess. What's going on, girl?
I was tired.
Child, I understand. I listen. Okay.
Well, I know with these children and these teenagers, and prom is Saturday, and we going, and we're not going, and we going, and we're not going, and now we going. So we got to get some clothes, and yeah, that was today.
Oh my, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're still in school here.
That must be a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not my sister.
But it was much easier today than I thought it would be. At least we had kind of came to a conclusion beforehand that we weren't going to do an evening gown. We weren't going to do a dress. We was going to do a suit. But I was like, you know, I'm fast. I'm like, well, why don't we go get a men's suit and get it taken in? But then I told her to go to the old lady store where she was looking at H&M. I'm like, look, you got to be cute. So let's go to Express. And she listened, and we found a nice little suit. But I feel that she shouldn't wear no shirt with the suit and have a little Cleveland with the little chain. I'm not doing that. So now we're
I'm like, you can't tell these young kids nothing. They don't listen.
That's why I ain't got no kids, because that ain't my ministry. Because you came up out my house. Excuse me, where the hell you think you going?
But the suits come all the way up here. But
I don't give a damn. Cover that shit up.
Well, I'm gonna do that. So if you ain't finna do nothing, I ain't finna see you doing anyway. So
you finna be okay. Then.
You're a chaperone.
Yeah, I'm a chaperone. I got my dress before she got her outfit, so I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all talking about super thoughts. That's what we're gonna name them today. Super thoughts.
Yeah.
We probably need a list of legends of thoughts that have gone on to get a lot of
upper room
celebrity. Yeah, upper room of ballers, ball players, and celebrities or whatever. You know, I recall telling people we were over here watching the Super Bowl. And, you know, I know all kinds of people, and we were talking about how the ball players date certain type of women. And I said, you can't just be like that was what it was. They had the All-Star game here, and you saw girls at Walmart with little thong outfits on. They was looking real ratchet, thinking that they was gonna go to the All-Star festivities and get put on. And I had to let one of my guests know there is a list and a hierarchy of hoes, just like on the game. Like that's for real. Like you have to know the game for real. Your NDA.
Princess, I will tell you this real fast. I don't want to interrupt, but Lisa Nicole is in the backstage. So
bring her on.
Well, no, we're gonna put her on the big screen, child, because she got some tea to spill. She gonna need that spotlight. So I'm gonna put you in the backstage. I'm gonna put you in the backstage, and we'll bring you back on afterwards. Okay? All right. Let me go. All right, y'all. So the main event is here. Married to Medicine star, entrepreneur, mother, wife, Miss Lisa Nicole Cloud. Hey, my love.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so sorry that it took me a little bit to get on here. I was rushing home from the office. So thank you for inviting me, though. I can't wait to have some fun.
Listen, and I can't wait for you to spill the tea. All right, Lisa Nicole Cloud, you are no stranger to drama and controversy, being on a Housewives reality type show. And there's a lot going on, okay? They're accusing you of a lot of things. I'm gonna let you take control and just speak your mind. Spill some reunion tea. I'm hearing some alleged Medicaid fraud. There's a lot of shit going on. Excuse my French. But I'm gonna open up the mic to you, Lisa, and you take the stage. Spill the tea.
Okay. Well, thanks, Monica, for having me. There has been a whole lot of drama this season, not really by intentional, right? Because when I decided to come back, I figured I'm just going to be a friend. I'm not going to be like the main focus because I'm not primary cast. Friends usually are supporting cast, and they kind of keep it a little exciting to have other faces. But it turned out that towards this latter part of the season, the last couple of episodes, I've just been front and center, and they've just been talking a lot of shit. So first and foremost, what I will say is it's unfortunate that a lot of stuff that really, really goes down and really, really happens doesn't make the editing floor, right? So a lot of stuff that happened you did not see. So I want to kind of just give you a little bit of that backstory. So let's start with what everybody's been kind of going back and forth about, which is the whole thing with Heavenly and I and the whole like quote unquote fat shaming, etc. Mm-hmm. First of all, that was very, very light shade banter. Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
yes.
We didn't say a lot considering some of the toxic stuff that comes out of Heavenly's mouth talking about how the pony's back was dipping down a little bit was very, very light. But she did come back at me, which that's what we're supposed to do, go back and forth to keep the people talking, give the people what they want. And so, you know, she made some comments about my stomach. So after that event, we did text back and forth. She sent me the pictures. We were kind of laughing about it. And I was like, yeah, I did gain some weight during the pandemic. I gained about 10 pounds. However, you know, you're not super skinny girl here either, right? And so, you know, if you're going to dish it out, I'm going to dish it right back to you. So that being said, she sent me a text and she was like, you know, the pounds show more on you because you're short. And I was like, no, the pounds show on anybody. Doesn't matter what your height is. So she and I go back and forth, and she was like, you know, I said, I'm 5'2", blah, blah, blah. She's like, you're not 5'2". There you go, lying again. I can send you the whole text. I think I put it on Twitter. So I was like, well, I tell you what, because she told me she was 150 pounds. I said, I'll bring the scale and you get on the scale. Let's see who's really lying about what they weigh. And you bring your tape measure and let's see who's really the height that they say. So we had talked about this prior to the episode or prior to filming, that we were going to have some fun shade like that. So when she gets to the house, knowing that she got to step on that scale and she ain't nowhere close to 150 pounds, she just like storms out and I'm not going to do it. And, you know, she raises a big deal. But, you know, that was the story. I'm not somebody that fat shames anybody. And that was really just kind of light shade. So we move on past that. You know, people have been talking about that. But that's the real tea behind it. That was what happened there. So the next scene you see is that Simone, who is my girl, was a little in her feelings because I kind of took the I'm not gonna say I took the lead, but I started aggressively putting the event together for the Our Vote Matters event. Now let me just say this. The only reason I decided to come back this season is because they were showcasing drama, but they were also showcasing a lot of positive stuff. They were talking about Black Lives Matter. They were talking about positive things that were being done by doctors in the pandemic. And so I was like, great, I want to be a part of something like that, because rarely do you get to see that on reality TV. So I was like, I'll do it as a friend. So come to find out, when we got back from DC, which was a really positive thing that they showed, some of the cast members came down with COVID. So our set went dark. So we were dark for like 14 days and this event was coming up. So while we were dark, I had already been working on another initiative. And I was like, well, why don't we bring this into this? Because I've already done some of the work for it, because I was working with some of my colleagues. There's a woman by the name of Casey Fox. She's a really phenomenal producer. And she works with Jay-Z on his mastermind circle. And they were trying to do something to really galvanize voters to go out and vote, because this election was key for us to, you know, get Biden in office. And so they were brainstorming. So a lot of it had already been done. And I said, well, why don't we just include this with Married to Medicine? Because it's a great platform. The great thing about reality TV is you get to use the platform. And we really, really, both Simone and I were very passionate about trying to make a difference with the election. So Simone, being in her feelings, wanting to really take the lead, you know, got offended because I was so aggressive in getting the word out, because I was reaching out. We only had 2 weeks to pull an event like that off. So I was reaching out to people. The producers had asked me to put a deck together so that they could send it to NBC so that it could be streamed, because obviously airing right now, it would not have an impact on the election. But if we could get it streamed on NBC, you know, Universal, they have a streaming network called Peacock, it could impact the election. So I sent them the deck that we had been using to put the event together, and they made some changes. They put Married to Medicine on it, and they sent that to NBC. But that is the letter that went out. But it made it seem like, oh, Lisa just took the ball, took Simone's idea. It was nothing like that. So I guess I was just like, you know what? This is so crazy. They're going to always try to paint me crazy, but they don't really show the real story. And at the end of the day, the most important thing was getting people out to vote. And I'm not saying that this event like totally shifted what happened in Georgia, but I am saying that Bravo is a major platform. We were definitely live streaming. We had a lot of phenomenal people that came to that town hall meeting. And all we talked about was how important it was to show up and vote, even if you didn't like everything that the candidates stood for, because a lot of people were on the fence about whether or not they were going to vote. So we did that. We were very proud of it. It had its share of drama, but the truth is Simone and I are good. You know, we put on a great event. It was successful. Now, meanwhile, literally 2 days before that event, when we were working hard to bring it all together, 2 days before the event, that news clip dropped. Now, I want to ask you, Monica, our lab has been testing in the community since May. Okay. In May, it was maybe we did 5,000 tests, something like that. But in June, cases started spiking out of control all around the country. So the lab that I own, we had to reference specimens out because at that time when I purchased the lab, our equipment had not yet come in. So we purchased the lab. The equipment to do COVID testing had not come in, but all my other stuff, my blood, my toxicology, all that stuff was in, but that's not what you need to run COVID. So we had to wait for that instrument to come in. But in the diagnostic space, there's something called referencing specimens out. So it's very common for a doctor's office to collect a specimen and send it out to a reference lab to run, right? So that's what we were doing at that time, waiting for our instruments to come in. And that's very common. Even Quest and LabCorp reference specimens out because every lab doesn't have every instrument. So we were referencing specimens out. At the end of June to the first week in July, things got crazy. Cases were spiking in Georgia like never before because there had been a lot of social protesting. You know, the gentleman got shot at the, I think it was the Wendy's parking lot, and that was all controversy. People were up in arms, and as a result of all that social protesting, the cases started. I'm not gonna say just the social protesting, but people were just out, and cases started spiking. So I went from maybe doing 250 tests at a site to doing like 500 tests at a site. And we were running like 4 sites for our lab. So needless to say, all those specimens went to the reference lab. Now at that time, only reference labs that were available to receive specimens, because remember, Quest and LabCorp were taking no more specimens, were smaller labs. And so the lab that we were working with, they got backlogged. But people don't realize that another lab was running the test because they know MAJL because we were the lab that collected the specimen. So needless to say, people were upset because their results were delayed. Everybody had delayed results in June and July. Is that not correct?
That is correct, yes.
All over the country. Even LabCorp was giving like a 14 to 20 day delay in results because everybody was backlogged because we were in a pandemic. So here's what I want to bring to everybody's attention. So that happened in June or July. But guess when the news clip aired? October. Now, does that seem very likely that a person would be upset with their results from June and go to the news in October? Does that seem very feasible to you?
No, I mean, that's when you start filming. That's when you're filming. So clearly it was a setup and someone ran to the media to put out this bad press.
For the purpose of sensationalizing it for television, right? Now, here's what I'm going to say. Were our results delayed? Yes, they were. Did we have to speak with our patients and apologize for the delayed results? Yes. But as a laboratory that was referencing out specimens, all I could do was do a quality job collecting the specimen, send it to a qualified reference lab, and wait for them to send the results back to us so we could then get it out to the patient. Now, here's the issue that I have. The biggest issue. Everybody talks about how we don't mess with people's families. We keep kids out of the drama. We keep our businesses out of the drama, because even after a television show, that's our livelihood, right? So we still have to make a living. Doctors still got to make a living as doctors. So we don't really do that, like destroying someone's business, except when it comes to Heavenly. Heavenly is one of those characters that will do whatever it takes to keep the drama going and to be the antagonist. And she doesn't have any boundaries, and she doesn't respect boundaries. She says whatever she wants, true or false, talks over people, and then she gets upset when people do it to her. So tonight, I just got sick and tired of all the crap that she puts out there that is incorrect and not true. And you know, hey, if you can dish it, you better be ready to take it, because there's a lot of shit out there that people could have put out years ago about Heavenly, but out of respect for people's businesses and people's careers, we never said anything. So, hey, tonight, ask me what you want to ask me, because I'm going to be blah, 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 because she don't give a damn about the stuff that she says. She tried to make it seem like I did not have a lab, that it was sketchy and shady to be out here collecting specimens. They try to make the wives seem like we are, you know, not intelligent, that all we do is collect a check from our husband. But let me just set the record straight. Before I even came to Married to Medicine, I was very successful. I had earned millions of dollars in my career. I didn't need a reality TV check to make me successful. I already was very successful, you know. And so when this happened, they've always come for me. I am educated. I went to Emory University for undergrad. I went to Johns Hopkins for graduate school. I had 20 years in healthcare sales. So I'm more than qualified to own a lab. I'm not just this average wife that sits around collecting her husband's check. That's the furthest thing from the truth. So, but that's the story they like to paint, that, you know, the wives, that's all we do. And I don't like that. And so I just show the real story, show the real things that we do to make a difference in the community. That's why I like Married to Medicine. I think that Married to Medicine is a great show, because it has African-American families, educated African-Americans, successful African-Americans, and we get to talk about real issues with marriage, with kids, with family, and it can be a really good example. You know, we don't have a Cosby Show anymore, you know, so it's, you know, you get to see this version of the Huxtables in real life on reality TV. So that's why I thought it was a great opportunity. But I don't like how they sometimes portray us. It's just not accurate.
It's not accurate. And you know, your beauty and the brains, you have all those degrees. I don't ever hear you bragging about your degrees on the show. You're humble and you're a boss. But let me ask you a question. Does Heavenly have a lab, Heavenly and Damien?
No, they do not have a lab. So let's talk about that. Heavenly and Damon in August sent out a press release to, you know, all the media outlets saying that they were going to they owned a fleet of RVs, and they were going to be deploying these RVs all over the country to do COVID testing in underserved communities. Now, that is extremely honorable and a noble thing if it wasn't just for the cameras. So when cameras went up and we started filming, the next thing you know, you see Heavenly doing COVID testing in her scenes. And what you didn't see is that nobody was showing up at those COVID testing sites. They were having to go into the churches, beg the people that worked in the churches to come out and get tested for the camera.
What?
Okay.
Was it new birth by any chance?
Because they were doing it for TV. Now, where they really did do some good work, and I was honored to be a part of it, and I didn't just show up on a plane uninvited. Nobody on television and reality TV shows up uninvited. Somebody calls us and somebody sends us a call time to be somewhere. So I agreed to go to DC because the March on Washington was historic. The opportunity to show us getting people tested to make a difference, that was amazing content for TV. However, after that, there were no more testing sites being done by Heavenly Kimes and Damon Kimes.
Wow.
There was, nothing else. When's the last time since those months that you've seen them promote anything related to COVID testing or anything? So my issue is that you don't do stuff for a storyline. Be authentically who you are and don't perpetrate like you're doing something so noble, but it's really not what you're doing. You're doing it for the cameras. There was a news anchor in Atlanta, and when Heavenly sent out those press releases, or her PR person sent out those press releases all over town, begging the media to come out and showcase or show her what the work that she was doing, she called me and she said, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not covering no story because it's fake. It's phony. She's not doing it for humanity. She's doing it for television. And I don't think COVID testing should be for television. What do you think?
No, I don't think it should be for television. I'm also interested in whether or not she owned a lab. Was she collecting any money to do this testing? Because that's COVID fraud.
So here's the deal. And anybody can look this up. Medical physicians, there are some services that they cannot receive compensation on because there is an inherent conflict. One of those services outlined by Medicare is diagnostic testing. Mm-hmm. You can't do it, right? In order to do COVID testing, you have to have a CLIA and you have to have a lab. You had to be a high complexity lab to do COVID testing because it's not a simple test. It's PCR molecular testing. So we, by the way, have a CLIA, a high complexity CLIA, and we're CAP accredited, which is the highest accreditation a diagnostic laboratory can receive, right? So Heavenly and Damon, they were doing more of medical specimen collecting. So they would go out in the community, much like what I was doing when the samples got delayed. They were collecting the specimens, and then they were sending it off to another lab. Now, whether or not that lab paid them or not, I don't know. But if they did pay them, that is against the law, and that would constitute a violation of the stock law, and there could be that goes against the anti-kickback laws, and there could be an issue there. I'm not saying they did because I'm not in Heavenly's business, but what I know is that doctors cannot get paid on diagnostic testing. And even if a lab tries to disguise it and say you were doing consulting for me, if you received any compensation for being on TV and promoting those testing, it could be under investigation.
Not COVID kickbacks. OMG.
Well, the stock law. That's why physicians have to be very careful. They cannot receive compensation from laboratories for referring tests to laboratories. That is a violation of the law. People go to jail for that. And the reason they do it is because diagnostic tests have to be medically necessitated. So if a doctor is getting paid, he might order or she might order tests that are not medically necessary. So they have this law in place to keep that from happening. So doctors were not running COVID tests unless they owned a lab. But the promotion and the PR she put out was that she and Damon owned a fleet of vehicles that were going to be doing mobile COVID testing, right? Mm-hmm. Which is not true. And that, to come out to her sites. Now, I do think that leveraging the platform, if that helped more people get out there and get tested, that's a good thing. But what I'm not going to do is let her discredit me when I am a legitimate lab and I have been running testing since May and am still running tests and still doing other things in the community to serve underserved populations. For instance, we do vaccine mobile clinics all over Atlanta. Every day, my clinic is out there doing mobile vaccination clinics, right? Because truly, my husband and I are very passionate about making a difference in the community, but that's not how they like to portray it.
I applaud y'all for doing that, and not just for cameras, but truly to help the people in need. God bless you and your husband for doing that. Now, I want to move on and talk about some stuff that has been floating around, things that we hear in the streets of Atlanta attached to Heavenly's name. Allegedly, her name has come up in a discussion about Medicaid fraud. And I know she has stated numerous times on her own platform, she doesn't accept insurance, and that would include Medicaid. What can you tell us about that, Lisa Nicole?
Allegedly, there is word on the street that there was some issue with a fraud investigation. The very word she likes to throw out about me. There was a fraud investigation in regards to some of the services that she was providing, and allegedly she was not able to continue to keep a Medicaid contract. But I don't know if it's true. But all I know is that every one of my castmates have told me about this. And if you run, lawsuits that are outstanding, there's a whole lot of lawsuits under Heavenly Crimes. That's public record. And that it might well be. I know she does brag and boast about how she doesn't take Medicaid and how she don't want to service, a poorer population. She only deal with people with money. I mean, I think that's all ridiculous for any practitioner who took a Hippocratic oath to do good for patients, for them to be like that, But what Heavenly likes to do is she likes to give a bunch of celebrities free service. There's a whole lot of celebrities that have new teeth now at the courtesy of Heavenly Crimes, put it out there on social media that she does all this great work to get other people to come to her and pay. But hey, if you're smart, you will do your own research. Where you can go to see the rating of any physician is a site called healthgrades.com. Healthgrades.com. This is a site that patients can go to report their experience with a particular practitioner. And if they're getting great service, they give the practitioner 5 stars. If they're having any problems, they rate the practitioner. And if you go to Healthgrades, there's all kinds of shit. She's only got like a 1.5 star rating on Healthgrades. And the crap that people are saying, real people don't make up stuff for television. Despite what you might want to paint the picture to be, real people tell you what their real experiences are.
That's true. That's absolutely right. Wow. Now, I also heard another rumor about something involving Neiman Marcus wearing clothes and returning them sweaty and soiled. And she got banned, apparently, allegedly, from Neiman Marcus because she was doing it excessively. Have you heard anything in the streets about that?
I don't know about that, but it doesn't seem surprising to me. Because was this recent?
I think I heard it a year and a half ago, 2 years maybe, I would say maximum. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. When Heavenly first got on the show, she needed some help in the clothing and fashion department. I mean, she didn't have a stylist. She didn't know much about designer. She had plenty of Louis Vuitton stuff that she was carrying. That's just how naive she was about designer. She would show up at events with her Louis Vuitton luggage with the little plastic thing over the handle. How when you buy from Canal Street, they forget to take the plastic off. So she would literally show up with the plastic still on the handle, talking about her Louis Vuitton luggage. And anybody who knows designer knows that is not what Louis Vuitton comes like when you get it,
Not fake Louis Vuitton off the. Oh my goodness.
So anyways, she I I don't know. What I will say, because I'm not going to just hate 100% on the girl, she has stepped up her fashion game. This season, she's looking better than she's ever looked before. You know, Jeremy, No Instagram Jeremy, is doing an amazing job. Her makeup artist, I think her name is Ariel. She does Heavenly and she does Simone. And she's doing, Heavenly looks good, you know, and the people are saying it. I agree, she looks good. But no matter how you look on the outside, if you got a nasty, vile inside spirit, you're still ugly. You know, and that's what I think about Heavenly. I think that she is toxic. I think she's obnoxious. I think she's a loud talking bully. And when I came back this season, the one thing I told myself I refused to do was take her shit. When I left the show, I kind of had the philosophy that I was going to try and always take the high road. I was not going to like roll in the gutter, you know, with the pigs, because that's just not who I was. But when I looked at it after I left, what that made you look like is weak when you didn't stand up for yourself. And many of my fans that were reaching out to me would always say, you need to come back to Married to Medicine. We miss you on Married to Medicine. And if you go back to Married to Medicine, don't let them girls bully you. That's what they said. So when I came back this season, I was just like, you know what? I'm not taking any shit from anybody. The last reunion I was at, I told my husband I wasn't taking his shit, and I told those ladies I wasn't taking any more shit from them. And that's how I felt.
Stand up for yourself. I agree with that. On Heavenly's channel, she referred to you as kind of black, which I find very offensive and insulting. What is your response to that?
Ignorant, right? Because Black people come in all shades. We come with all grades of hair. We come with all different types of look. One person doesn't look more Black than another. My mother is African American. My father is from the West Indies, which, by the way, West Indian people are Black people. So the comments that she makes around me not being fully Black or trying to insinuate that I'm not Black, it's just ignorant on her part. But, you know, it fits the role because she is ignorant.
Very ignorant. And Black people in the Caribbean and Africa and even in Europe, they're Black people. They are Black. They have African ancestry, and they're dark and they're light and they come in all shades, but they're Black people.
Brown eyes, blue eyes. We are the most diverse ethnic group of people. We, you know, everything comes from Black. So,
absolutely.
You know, for her to even, it just shows her level of class and ignorance, you know, I guess because she gets on there and acts a plum fool every damn time. She feels more entitled to call herself Black. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So
it creates division.
I ignore her because I know who I am and I know what I am. All my life, people have asked me, what's your ethnicity? They thought I wasn't Black, but you know, once I open my mouth and they meet me, they know I'm Black.
They know you're Black. You're a sister. Right, absolutely. Now, can I ask, what part of the Caribbean is your husband from? I mean, not your husband, your dad.
My father, St. Thomas, St. Domian. So St. Domians and West Indies out there.
Shout out to the Virgin Islands.
My family's right there right now, as a matter of fact, in St. Thomas, celebrating my niece's graduation. I just couldn't go.
I love St. Thomas and the Virgin Islands. Shout out to St. Kitts, St. Croix, St. Thomas. I love you. I love it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So on Heavenly's last live, she told a story about how you and her went to an Oprah event. She said that you lied and said that they had tickets to go backstage to take pictures with Oprah, but you didn't. Can you clarify that?
Okay, so let's really talk about that, right? So back then, Heavenly and I were forging a real friendship. So there was some insurance company that offered Heavenly tickets in a box. So Heavenly called me and invited me to come to that event. So out of courtesy, I said, okay. So I came and I went to the box. I didn't really know where her tickets were. I already had tickets to Oprah's event. I was actually a VIP at Oprah's event, but I was honored that Heavenly invited me. I wanted to be polite, so we went to the box. And that's some craziness that she would lie like that. But anyway, so while we were in the box, I said, Heavenly, I'm going to go to my seat because my seat was on the front row, right? It was a VIP seat. And I said, if you want, maybe you can try to go with me since I have a ticket. They probably aren't going to ask you for a ticket. And, you know, let's see if you can sit on the front row with me. So that's what she did. She went, we walked down to the main floor. There were a whole lot of people that saw us and could attest. We saw Tamika Raymond there. There were a lot of people that went to that Oprah event. And we were sitting front and center on the front row. Well, as a VIP, after the event, you actually were invited to go to Oprah's private reception.
Okay.
So Heavenly didn't have a ticket, but I said, well, come on, let's see if we can get you in. I'm VIP. I can say that you're my guest, etc. So that's what we did. And sure enough, we were able to get Heavenly into the VIP private reception. That is where Heavenly took her one and only picture that she's ever taken with Oprah that she brags about. And Heavenly, it can say what she wants, but she knows the truth. I know the truth, and it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, she's insecure, so she doesn't want to acknowledge and give people credit. But the other truth is, Heavenly is an opportunist. So when she and I were forging a relationship, I genuinely thought that we were becoming friends. I was naive, okay, to say the least. And so as we were forging those friendships, I invited Heavenly into my inner circle. So I started introducing her to very, very successful, phenomenal women. One of the women that I introduced her to was Jewel Tankard. You notice that Heavenly started saying that Jewel was like her spiritual mentor, and she brought her to be on the show because she wanted to portray like she was on this spiritual journey, which everybody knows was bullshit. You know, you don't say God in one sentence and MF in the next sentence. You know, that was just bogus. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So, but that was a storyline she wanted to make to kind of justify all her nastiness and the things that she said and does to people. So it is what it is. I introduced her to a lot of people. And when we did that event together, let me tell you how low down, dirty bitch she is, right? So we were doing that event. Heavenly says to me, the producers want some drama, right? They want some drama. That's the only way this event is going to get shown. Heavenly and I were I was very excited to do this marriage conference. Why? Because obviously everybody knows, it's no secret, my marriage was going through some challenges. And not only did I want to host it, but I wanted to be empowered and inspired by people who were experts in relationships and experts in spirituality that could help couples grow stronger together. So to me, this wasn't about a television show. This was a real conference. This was a marriage ministry to help save marriages, because the enemy loves to destroy marriages. So we were going to do this event. We had real sponsors, everything. They were just filming it. And so she said, hey, the producers want some drama. And I was like, Heavenly, we can do drama, but we can't do crazy drama, because these are real sponsors that are paying to be a part of this event. And we have real lives that we're trying to impact. Marriage is nothing to play with. That is a spiritual covenant, Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm not interested in making this part of some drama storyline. She was like, okay, no problem. We're not going to do it. She told me on so many occasions that wasn't going to happen. We were going to do a real event. At the, I think it was maybe like a week before the conference, all of a sudden Heavenly starts talking about how, you know, she didn't get a copy of the contract and that I was not something about the partnership and that I said that she was a partner. I invited Heavenly to do an event together. Does that make us business partners? Does that you are owner of my company because I invited you to do an event together?
No, absolutely not.
If I come up with a concept before a television show and I develop all the content, am I entitled to copyright and protect my intellectual property?
I would say yes, absolutely.
All of a sudden, because I had copyrighted or I had trademarked, not copyright, I had trademarked the brand prior to even inviting her to do this conference. I had trademarked my brand because it wasn't just for television. This was a real brand that I wanted to tour around, just like I did WIN for the Women's Empowerment Network. I really felt like this could be a ministry to help couples. I know that it helped me. And had it not been for people to speak life into me, to pour into me, had it not been for older women sitting me down and giving me some wisdom, I couldn't have gotten through it. So I wanted this to be that kind of event that could really touch and impact lives. Mm-hmm. But here's what you have with Heavenly. She'll do anything to please those producers. She so desperately wanted to be on the show. A lot of people don't really know the backstory, but hey, let me just put it out there and tell you how it really came to be. Heavenly Kimes was part of the original group of women that Mariah Huck put together for Married to Medicine.
That's correct, yes. Okay.
When Heavenly auditioned the first season, even though she denies this to the nth degree, you don't have to take my word. You can ask any person on the cast. You can ask Mariah. The producer said no because she was too big and that they didn't feel like she was attractive enough to be on television. So they told her no that first season. You see Heavenly the first season because she showed up at the party when Toya and Mariah got into the fight. She was right there in the background, her and Dr. Damon. She wanted to be on this show so bad. So after that season, she went and she got all those surgeries. You know, the stuff that Quad called her out for on social media. She went and got all those surgeries so that she could lose weight so that maybe she could fit the image that they were looking for the show. So on the second season, they gave her an opportunity to interview again. She was looking much better. She had lost a lot of weight, and they cast her on the show, but they cast her as the antagonist. And as you know, in reality TV, there's a formula. Everybody, you know, there's a formula for reality TV that works. And you got to have the antagonist, the messy, wet bitch that's gonna like always stir the pot. So that's what Heavenly was. And if you remember her very first episode, she came out the gate going in on Jackie, going in on Simone. That was the role that they cast her for. And she has continued to be that role on the show. And as long as I know Heavenly, she wants that check so bad. It's like this has really boosted her confidence. And so she'll do whatever those producers want her to do. She'll say whatever's true or false. She lies about people. She disrespects people's families. Hence why Simone and her got in a big fight one season. She talks about people's husbands. She's talked about mine. She's talked about Toya. She's talked about Simone. She's talked about Mariah's. She talks about everybody's husband. But yet, don't you say anything about Daddy. She'll go batshit on you, right? So
we've seen it. Yes, we've seen it.
So after that, she got on the show, and she has continued to be that person on the show that will just do whatever.
Wow.
And there's a lot of stuff out there. You know, Mariah talked about how she had the receipts. Do I need to bring the receipts? That was some real shit she had. But
Daddy cheating?
She had real receipts. There is real rumors out there about Heavenly's husband. And I don't know if they're true, but they're out there. They're out just like there's rumors out there about everybody. You know, there were rumors out there. Mariah had some receipts, but out of respect, because in reality TV, amongst the talent, we always try to respect our husbands, because the husbands on Married to Medicine, they don't get paid to be on that show. Okay. Only the wives get paid. Mm-hmm. We try to keep them as much as possible. We don't want to affect their career. You know, if they do dumb stuff and they get caught out there, well, then it's fair game, right? Because they know they're on television. So, hey, exposure, right? But in general, we don't try to like really talk about each other's husband, but Heavenly does it every time. And we try not to disrespect each other's careers because we've all worked very hard to accomplish what we've accomplished and get where we are. But Heavenly has no respect for that. And
no boundaries.
No boundaries. You know, she just, you know, it's unfortunate. And I've always tried to take the high road. I've never, ever like said the stuff that was out there about her. And a lot of the women on the show, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Well, maybe it's also the opinion of a few others, but some people choose to become friends with Heavenly, to become her ally, because it's easier to be her friend than to fight with her because she's so low down dirty. And everybody knows she'll go in the gutter and say anything and everything about people, true or false. There's actually a couple of castmates that do that kind of stuff. There's at least one other that will just outright lie just to boost their storyline.
So you're saying the friendship between Heavenly and Jackie, which seems pretty close on TV, may not be as authentic as people, the viewers, may think.
Well, yes, that is what I'm saying. I do not believe, and Simone hit it right on the head. Heavenly and Jackie are like oil and water, you know, and Heavenly came hard at Jackie in the very beginning, and I just think that Jackie finds it easier to keep her enemy close rather than fight with Heavenly. She befriended Heavenly, they grew a friendship, and Heavenly don't really mess with her. Same thing with Contessa. You know, Heavenly came hard at Contessa. They became friends, and it's just easier not to fight. You know, I will tell you this, Heavenly plays the reality game of chess really good. So she does this really good job of like trying to make people go over to be Team Heavenly and put other people on the opposite team. Immature, but that's what she does. So she saw an opportunity there with Anila. Remember at the beginning of the season, she was going in on Anila hard, but then when Toya and Anila fell out, Heavenly decided to befriend Anila, and, you know, pretty much, you know, Anila's falling for it. But Anila better beware, because if Heavenly don't have somebody to fight with next season, she's going to be the first person that she goes after, and she's going to eat her ass alive.
Oh, and I'm here for it. I am all in. Now, you know, when we spoke, I heard some stuff about the reunion and what went down. Do you have any reunion tea to spill?
Well, let me just say this. I did not go to the reunion. I was not invited to go to the reunion. Neither Carrie nor I was invited to go to the reunion. I also didn't do any green screens this season. And there's probably a reason why. When I came back to the show, I came back as a friend. So naturally, as a friend, the storylines are not about me or my family. They're about the other main cast. So there was really no reason for my husband to film. Everybody's been asking, well, where's Darren? Where's Darren? My husband, Dr. Darren Noggles, chose not to film because I was not a main cast. I was a friend, and there was no need for him to sign a contract that pretty much signs your life away, that says that they can say whatever they want about you, true or false. That's the kind of contract that we sign when we sign up to do reality TV. So initially, they were saying, can your husband make an appearance? Can he come? You didn't see him, but he was actually in DC. He was actually at the march. But because he refused to sign that crazy contract, because he was only going to make an appearance, so he should have just signed an appearance release. Well, because he didn't sign that contract, they were like upset. Because chances are they always use us as like the sacrificial lamb. They were going to put some other negativity out there and try and scandalize his name and all that kind of stuff. And he just wasn't here for it. So he was very supportive of me, but he did not want to film himself. And so he didn't film. And so I think it kind of upset the producers because they kept saying, oh, we wish Darren had filmed. You know, even some of my castmates were like, you know, if Darren had filmed, it would have been different. But it was okay because I left the show because I did not want to subject my family to that anymore. You know, when I sign up for reality TV, I'm okay taking the bullshit. That's what I sign up for. But I'm not going to subject my children to that kind of stuff. I'm not going to subject my husband to lies and, you know, slandering his name and saying that he's things that he's not. No, don't get me wrong. My husband has made some serious mistakes. He has said some really dumb stuff on camera, and he actually is the type of talent that producers love because they know he's always going to slip up and say something stupid, right? So it makes for good TV. But in general, my husband is a really good guy. He's a strong man. He's an amazing father. He's an upstanding person in the community who does real stuff to make a difference, not just for a camera. And so he didn't want to do it. And so as a result, that's what they wanted, and that's not what we were willing to give.
Listen.
So as to the reunion, though, I wasn't there, but I do have some tea.
All right.
So it is going to be juicy. You know, you're going to see a lot of the storylines that played out in the season with, you know, friendships and marriages. Those are going to be really, really juicy stuff covered at the reunion. They were really hard on Toya. Unfortunately, you know, they did show a lot of stuff with Toya, making her look like she was just in a bad space and really, you know, aggressive, but they didn't show the good stuff that she did. You know, she did this amazing charity fundraiser through her tennis community that raised great money for a great cause, and they didn't even show it. And so, you know, I think you're going to see her have to, you know, deal with some of the BS from some of the ladies trying to paint her like she was in this toxic space, but she wasn't. She really, really wasn't. Now, does Toya have a big mouth? Yes. Does Toya snap sometimes? Yes. She did it to me the other day when we were on live, but you kind of just know how Toya is. So you just, you know, you don't pay it no mind. You know, we all have people and friends like that. So it is what it is. You just have to accept people for who they are. She doesn't mean any harm.
No, she doesn't. She really doesn't. Now, this has been an earful. This has been so much piping hot tea. I burnt my lip on this tea. Panel members, do you have any questions for Lisa Nicole?
Come on, y'all. Let's talk.
I do. Lisa,
right.
I admire you for coming and taking a stand, but you know that Heavenly is going to lose her damn mind. Are you afraid of the repercussions? Because, you know, I mean, you know what kind of woman Heavenly is. She's straight in your face. And, you know, when I seen y'all at the dinner at your home, it seems like she just overtook you and you couldn't take a stand. I just want to know, are you afraid of her repercussions? And I want to know, could you actually stand up to Heavenly and say this in her face?
Absolutely. I said it in her face on camera several times, but they cut a lot of that stuff, right? There was a scene on the private plane with me and Heavenly, and when I tell you I cussed her ass out,
ooh, okay.
You thought I cussed her out on that RV. You should have seen the conversation we had when I got on that plane. You know, so I don't really give a damn about Heavenly. Never have always given it right back to Heavenly. The one thing people say is Lisa will give it right back to you. I don't really mess with anybody, but if you come for me and you poke me, you're going to get the bear, you know? And so Heavenly can say what she wants. Heavenly ain't got nothing better to do than.
Did we freeze?
Yeah, I think so.
I think she froze.
Okay. Let me see.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Heavenly ain't got nothing better to do than sit on YouTube, be negative, be toxic, talk shit, you know. Let her say what she want to say. The one thing I can tell you I said was the truth. And she might not like it, you know. some people may have been afraid to bring it out there, but that's what the word on the street.
Oh Lord, the devil's busy. There's practicing witchcraft. I'm telling you.
Heavily outside that house creating some chicken bones
in their house.
Must be heavily outside of her house with some chicken bones.
Did Heavenly cut the internet? What happened to the internet?
There we go.
That was a Todd Tucker production.
Right. I don't know if it's mine or what's going on, but so in answer to your question, let Heavenly Comms bring it on, because there's actually more that I could say.
She's gonna bring it
out of respect, but she better know if she keeps messing with me, I'm just gonna let it all out there, because there's plenty of shit out there about Heavenly Comms.
Okay.
Well,
let me ask
bring her back next season. I want to hear about this.
Coming back next season. I don't know if
I'm saying you came back this year, and you know what you've been through. I seen it in your face the last season. Why did you come back and be subject to this? Because to me, the way you explain it, nobody's real friends there.
Right. So when I left because I wanted to protect my family, and it wasn't worth it to me to subject my husband to that, my marriage to that. When I left that show, Realty, my marriage went through some serious problems. We were separated, my husband and I mean, right? That's what reality TV does, right? It can really break up marriages. If it wasn't for God and some serious counseling and a spirit of forgiveness and a willingness to fight through it, because I have children, because I'm a woman of God, I took my marriage vows very seriously, we wouldn't have made it. But I chose to come back because they were talking about covering real stuff. They were going to be covering Black Lives Matter. They were going to be covering how this pandemic had affected people. And I knew there was going to be some drama. So I knew what I was signing up for. But I was for it to show the positive stuff that doctors and doctors' wives do to make a difference. So, I came back. A lot of my fans, hated that I left without even really saying, they tried to spin it like I got fired. That was a lie. I can send you guys the contract. There was a contract on the table for me to come back that next season. I just chose not to come back. So, I came back. I did what I had to do. I enjoyed telling my truth and sharing my truth the way I really am. I am a classy lady. I don't necessarily like to roll in the gutter, but I am from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And I'm from the island. So if you mess with me, you're going to get Nikki from the block.
Oh,
okay. All right. Bishop,
the first time I was on, I just didn't show you that side.
Well, we saw how you handled Quad. Okay.
Yes.
I was Nikki from the Be More block, for sure.
Oh.
I love it. Bishop, do you have questions for Lisa?
Now, I was one of the fans that was saying, like, where did she go? I was like, why did she leave? I was lost because I really wanted to see you on again. But I was glad you came back this season. I don't really have a question, but I really want the ladies that can't stand Heavenly to cook her every time they see her. Like every time you see her, you got to bring that fire, because bullies like her, they don't stop until they see that people keep coming at them.
And she got a whole lot of, she got a large fan base. There are people that live for the drama, right? They sit at their TVs on Sunday night with their popcorn, talking to the TV, and they live for the drama. And she brings the drama. But if we all are very honest, Heavenly is a very nasty, toxic, loud talking bully. And the way she dominates on in a exchange is that she overtalks you, and she is loud. So at this point, it is what it is. There was some things that, she got me, when she was like, something about, a bitch that can't keep her man or whatever. I wanted to say, you ain't talking about me. You talking about another castmate, because I got a man.
I really love Heavenly, because Heavenly is straight up. I mean, you never have to worry about what Heavenly is thinking, because it comes out her mouth. But I admire you. Do you still have your clothing line? Do you still
I have the Lisa Nicole collection. When I left the show, my clothing line actually did even better because I was able to travel the world. We showed in Europe, in Cannes at the Cannes Film Festival. I did all of the major fashion weeks, New York Fashion Week several times, LA, Miami. You know, I have a showroom in Norcross that I cater to boss women who really want to make a statement when they step in the room. You know, my clothes are for powerhouse professional women who are powerful, who are classy, who are sexy, who are sophisticated. That's who I make clothes for. And, you know, I love making women feel beautiful and, you know, empowering them. So yeah, the clothing line, y'all got to come check me out and come see me. I'll hook you up on something fabulous. And in addition to the showroom, I also own the diagnostic laboratory, which I bought, you know, in 2020, right? We're in 2020. So I bought the lab in 2020. We started doing tests in May from when the pandemic hit. And we've been out in the community serving at all the mega churches, helping them to galvanize people to either get tested or to get the vaccine. So that's what I do. Everything that I do is about fulfilling me and making a difference and serving others.
That's commendable. Schoolboy, do you have any questions for Lisa?
I just want to know why they always make the wives look so uneducated versus the doctors on the show. Because y'all got a lot of education and y'all do a lot of things as well, but it doesn't seem like that gets highlighted. Only the drama when y'all are in the room with the doctors. Why is that?
Yeah, that's unfortunate because every person on that show is educated and has a degree, and many of the women have graduate and higher level, a higher education. So why they try to make it seem like the doctors are more intelligent, that is not the case. I mean, Google everybody's net worth. You'll see who's successful. Yeah, get back
okay,
to me.
Period.
Get back to me and let me know who's got the highest net worth.
Oh God! Oh
I can tell you it's not a doctor.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus on the main line.
Tell them what you want.
There's no shade to anybody, though. In all respect, every last woman on that show is powerful. They're successful. They're intelligent. And they really, you know, I think they kind of create the division between the wives and the doctors to perpetuate the drama. But there's no woman on that show that's not intelligent.
Marcella, you had one last question for Lisa, right?
Yes. Lisa, you are so strong. And that the way Toya talked to you, why did you take that from her? Because Toya seems like she comes off like a little bullyish, especially when she's drinking. And when she told you to shut up, you just like smoothed over that. Why did you take that from her?
Well, first of all, I didn't feel the need to get into a argument with Toya on live when we were about to recap the event. Now, after the camera went off, you know, I was like, that's not cool. And you know what? Toya acknowledged it. You know, I think Toya's the type of person that when she gets frustrated with something, she just snaps. You know, if she gets frustrated with Eugene, she'll tell him to go put a biscuit in his mouth. You know, that's just the kind of stuff that she did on camera, right? But she don't mean any harm. And so when she did it, you know, I gave her a look, but I just kind of said, okay. And I told her, I was like, this is why people are talking about you, because this is not necessary. Be nice, because, you know, you don't have to snap at people. But, you know, what I will tell you is that Toya was woman enough to acknowledge her mistake and do a public live apologizing to me. And that takes a really big person to do. And then the other thing I'm going to say about Toya is she is the reason I even filmed. I wasn't planning to come back to Married to Medicine. She called me up that day and asked me to come to her house. And it was, to me, just going to be one of those times I came and that was going to be it. In fact, if you check my Instagram, you'll see that the day I was getting ready to walk into her house, I was like, you have no idea what I'm thinking. I cannot even believe I'm doing this again, right? But she asked me to come. It was going to be people there that I actually liked. So I said, okay. And then after I did that scene, you know, the producers were like, come on, won't you think about coming back, please? Even just as a friend, you know, won't you think about it? And then, you know, they made me a really, really good offer that, you know, I couldn't turn down for 3 months of work. So I said yes, and I came back knowing the bullshit I was coming back to, but, you know, being ready for it.
I just want to thank you so very much for being with us tonight, joining us, spilling all this hot tea, okay?
Yes.
And if Heavenly has an issue with it, we want all the smoke.
Yep.
Please wants all the smoke.
If you want to do it live, let's do it live. You know, you can talk all that talk. Have a real conversation. Don't try to overtalk somebody. Let's use intellect and not ignorance, and let's see who wins that conversation.
Can we set this up, Monica? It just be you as a referee, and I'll sit in the crowd. I'll be in the audience and just watch.
Absolutely. If you're watching Heavenly, you are welcome to come on the platform. And you and Lisa, will you come back?
Of course, you know I love you. I love you guys. I love how you guys tackle real stuff that's going on out there, and you put it out there. You're not biased. You talk about the things that the people want to hear, and that's why you're so good in what you do, Monica. And thank you for, inviting me. Thank you, all of you guys. I really, really enjoy hearing your perspectives.
You are beautiful.
I'm coming to your store.
Y'all gave me hell
I'm
about
coming to your store. You better act like you know me when I come in there.
Yes, you just come. I got you, girl. I promise you, I got you. Come on.
I'm gonna be in Georgia next week. I'm gonna be in Georgia next week, though.
I'm in Norcross. I got all kinds of outfits. Trust me, I will take care of you guys.
Okay, thank you.
We love you, Lisa. We want you and your family to stay safe and be blessed. And again, the invitation's open to Heavenly. Come on this platform and you and Lisa.
Yeah, let the people know why they say you got Medicaid stuff out there. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Why you don't take Medicaid, girl?
Oh my. So it might be a forced situation where it's not, an optional thing.
Yeah.
Once you start getting involved with the feds and Medicaid fraud and accusations, allegedly.
Let's not say for sure. That's
allegedly.
But let me just say one last thing. I want to just set the record straight because it's not what they showed on TV. There was no federal investigation of Lisa Nicole. Was there a news clip? Yes. Did a news person ask about the delayed test results? Yes. But was there a federal investigation? Hell no. There was nothing like that. But it made for good TV. I bet you everybody's going to be tuning in this week to see what happens.
All right. Yes. Y'all tune in to Married to Medicine Sunday nights at, is it 8 p.m. Eastern?
9
p.m.
on Bravo TV. And I will tell you guys, definitely tune into the reunion. There's some real stuff happening with marriages and friendships, but they aren't really talking about me because I didn't go to the reunion. So all these last couple of episodes that they have just like blown up. Oh, one last thing I'm gonna tell you about a castmate, because I'm just gonna get it out.
What's the name? Who is it? Who is it?
It's Little Miss Anila. Little Miss Anila. Did you guys like her?
It kind of was giving me Mariah Huck kind of wannabe cultural addition to the cast. I wasn't feeling it at all.
Well, many people thought she was going to be a one and done because, in really filming, she didn't really come across that strong. But the producers did a really good job in growing her storyline. But what I want to say is that they came to me and they said, Lisa, we want to really establish Anila as a blogger. Now, she doesn't have any real clients yet, but she's doing a blog. They kind of said that her blog was like a hobby, but they wanted to try to build her personality out to be this blogger. So they said, Lisa, will you do a scene with Anila at your showroom? So I was like, sure, I can get my business on there. We can see how the fashion line has grown, I was for it, right? So she came to the showroom. We did the scene. They wanted to establish her as a blogger. So they said, make sure you talk about what your fees are in case people that are watching want to utilize your services, right? Reality talent wants to leverage the platform. Now, me, being super naive, didn't realize that they were setting my ass up, right? So she starts talking about prices and everything. So, but I'm not thinking it's for me because I don't really need her to post for me. I got more followers than she did. And if I was going to really choose an influencer to post my stuff, I would choose a fashion girl, right? I would choose somebody who really is in fashion. So she comes, they do this photo shoot with her. They show my pieces. It was all good. I thought it was great. It was going to empower her and really help her build her career. Well, towards the end of the season, Miss Anila is feeling some pressure. And the pressure is that she better come strong or she's going to be a one and done. So she felt like she had to bring some drama so that she can maintain her spot. So on these last few episodes, you're going to see that she tries to like act like we had some business deal. Because you know they always want to play me as the shady business person, right? So they do this scene like she and I had this deal where I was supposed to send her the money for posting on her story. And it was completely not that, but that's how they edited it. And so the agreement was she was going to do the photo shoot. I gave her a couple of pieces. She was going to post them, but it was really like, you know, what's the word? I give you this, you do that. There wasn't like, she never sent me an invoice. There was really no conversation about how it was going to be charged or anything like that. So on the episode, she brings something up at the table like, you know, I really didn't get any money and da-da-da. And the girls made her look real stupid because she never sent an invoice. So how are you expecting to get a payment for something and you don't even send an invoice, but you want to make this drama like somebody didn't pay you, right? You still got $600 worth of my dresses that you didn't pay me for, but yet you make it seem like there's some drama. So that's how they try to play that. I'm just putting it out there because I'm just tired of the shit that makes the editing floor that's not really the true depiction of what happened. I was trying to help the girl because if y'all
killing folks tonight, girl, you killing them.
I was trying to help her, right?
So
she didn't have any real contracts. She didn't have any. She was one of those. We call
barter.
Yeah, like you sign up to be a brand ambassador and then you promote it on your
influencer.
If something sells, if something sells, they send you a check. That's kind of what she was doing, but she wasn't like getting like, you know, big dollars. I don't even think she, you know.
You need to have followers for that. You actually have to have an influence. You actually have to influence. That's why they call you an influencer.
You got to have a following and people got to think that you're an influencer. And, you know, she's trying. So I'm not going to knock her because I applaud any woman.
Uh-oh.
Did it
She need to run Lisa her money. She needs to run Lisa her money.
Oh God.
Oh God. This is the second time because she did this to Toya in DC. She was supposed to pay for something.
I mean, she needs to run people their money while they got a $3 million home over there they done built. Run people their money. Run Lisa her money, ma'am.
There we go. Yay.
Okay.
You're back. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, I believe in sisterhood. I believe in collaboration. So I felt like it would be a good collaboration. She could show herself as a blogger. I could show my showroom. We could leverage the platform. But that girl tried to make some drama and it did not go well. Put it that way. But I just want to put it out there because I'm not, of all the people, I'm not the shady businesswoman. I have so many magazines that have featured me and the things that I've done. I've received awards from the President Barack Obama for the work that I do in the community and volunteer services. I'm not the shady one. You know, there are some that are, but that's not me. I don't do stuff for the cameras.
Yeah.
And I figured you was because I heard your name when you came on the show. I'm like, Lisa Nicole Cloud. Like, that name sounds familiar. And I just kept saying it to myself. And I was like, let me look this up. Oh,
yes.
It makes sense now.
When I was doing network marketing full time, I don't do it full time now, but I still get a residual. I made millions of dollars, and I empowered entrepreneurs to know how to get into direct sales and make real money. I helped 26 people become documented millionaires in the direct sales industry. So that's how I made my money. That's how I became known as a successful businesswoman, was through that. And I had received all kinds of, acknowledgement for what I had done in that area and in that arena. So when I came to the show, I already had the upgraded lifestyle. I didn't have to, reality TV didn't upgrade my lifestyle.
Right.
Oh, you made people millionaires?
26 documented millionaires.
Okay. I might need to talk
Where
to you.
can they sign up for that, Lisa Nicole?
Well, I don't do it full time anymore, but I do love teach. I would say that network marketing, as much as they try to shade it, is an industry that can give an ordinary person an opportunity to really make real extraordinary money. I left my career in corporate America in my early 30s because of network marketing, and I helped a whole lot of people understand how the model really works, because you always hear two stories. You hear about people that make a little bit of money and then people that make a lot of money. What's the difference? Yeah. So I always tried to teach people how to do it and be successful at it, but use business principles to be successful at it, not a hobby, not get rich quick, a real viable business, because, it has created more millionaires than any industry in the world, more than healthcare, more than sports, more than entertainment. Network marketing has done that. And so I've always tried to help people understand how that industry works. Now I've retired, but I still get a residual income. I have retired like 5-6 years ago, but I still get a substantial residual income. That's the power of network marketing. Wow. All of the business that I have, from the diagnostic laboratory to the wellness center to the fashion clothing line to me starting Women's Empowerment Network, all that money came from network marketing. So you can say what you want, but it works.
Yep.
Smart, Black, intelligent businesswoman, y'all. Okay, Lisa, thank you so very, very much for stopping by tonight, spilling this tea, being so gracious, being so candid. Okay, not holding back.
No, I
literally burnt my lip on this tea, child. And we'll be in touch. Okay.
Lisa, all right. Thank you, guys.
Lisa. You're so welcome.
See you
later. Say bye, teacups. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was wonderful.
Yes.
You need to run that lady her money, though.
Yeah, she laid some bodies tonight. It's some dead people tonight, honey.
Because once she in season 2 and she didn't come back for season 3. Wasn't that it?
She was season 4. And then she left at the end of season 4.
Yeah, I knew it was one of them seasons. I was like, what the world?
She didn't come back 5.
Yeah,
she didn't come back 5. And that's when we didn't see Lisa no more. But I always used to, I liked Lisa.
I did
I was mad that she actually left. Hell, I was like, they need to bring Mariah back.
But I understand her reasoning, because it was all of it, her marriage, and you got to sometimes choose your family over this money, because all money is not good money.
No, it's not.
I applaud her for that.
Right. All money's not good money. You're absolutely right. Queen Tulsa. Oh, I like that hairdo and that.
I see you.
In the wrap.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, right there.
Hello. Oh, go ahead.
No, you look good, girl.
Thank you. Hello, and thank you for the warm welcome to all the members, teacups, and dedicated audience. All right, running head first. Lori Harvey, I meant Fallon. Can't stop until you get enough, huh? Nevertheless, we're following your journey to the next big check. Fallon, storyline madness, perhaps? Are you not so innocent? Had you been in contact with Hot Panties Giselle? Fallon, are you so contagious? Are you driving these men crazy, and how? Did you and Princess Portia meet before in your partying days? The people want to know. Yeah. You guys are too similar. Schoolboy, Mr. Nasty Time tutorial coming soon. We're waiting. Up and Adam, congratulations. Much love, sweetheart. Portia is playing her cards right. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
All right now.
Evelyn, hang it up. You went to Oprah to spill the story of your ex. You've been on Ayanla. Your raggedy ass couldn't keep a man if your hormones depended on it. Bye and thank you. For the multiple appearances, that put us asleep. I mean, seriously, Evelyn, just let it go, baby. Special guest, Lisa Nicole Cloud. Thank you, Queen, for some piping hot tea. So we're running up the checks, Dr. Heavenly, PPP loans, senior citizens, Medicaid fraud. We'll get ready. The shuttle will be arriving later this year. The writers are as follows. T.I. Police Booty Harris Jr., Tiny Chicken Legs Aunt Butt Harris, Dr. Heavenly, her drug dealer, the scammers that played a part, Subpoena Peterson, Shelkana, I've been keeping my mouth closed, Anderson. All right, moving right along. Okay, on May 30th, Dr. Heavenly made an appearance on YouTube speaking on finances and Married to Medicine. Okay, let me refer everybody to healthgrade.com. All right, this is allegedly. This is what Heavenly said on her channel, and I'll verbatim. Allegedly. Good evening, people. What's going on? Listen, I know y'all miss me. That's what I was trying to do. Let y'all miss me. Okay, because I know I didn't go live last week, but listen, long story short, I've been scamming. Run it up. I've been scamming. Run it up. I've been scamming. Thank you all to the panelists and guests, teacups, and dedicated followers. We give you commentary on this channel and latest news, and sometimes we are the news. Thanks again. I am Queen Tulsa, Oklahoma, reporting live from the field. Back to you guys in the studios.
Thank you so much, Queen Tulsa. Yeah. We love when you report live from the studio. You have a great evening and be blessed. Okay, bye. All right, y'all. Let me see here. I'm going to add Brittany to the chat. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, y'all. Hey, man. Missed you guys.
Hey, sweetheart. Missed you. Hey, you got 2 minutes, my love. What's on your mind?
Okay. I just have questions. I have questions. I kind of caught in the middle of Dr. Lisa Nicole, so I didn't catch the tea in the beginning, but I heard about Evelyn. Queen Tulsa said something about Evelyn. Evelyn, if you're still looking for love at your age, baby, go look for love in yourself. When are you going to go find love in yourself? That's my question to Evelyn. I don't want to bash you. Baby, you done been through a lot. Just go find love in yourself. I thought we was on the road with Jesus. I thought we was sharing a relationship. What happened, baby? Just go back.
His name was Jesus. His name was Jesus.
Oh, yeah. It was Jesus. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you need to tell Jesus you need to go back and meet with Jesus, so you can love yourself and you can stop this. Because you got a son, you got an older daughter. Stop, baby, stop. Y'all just stop. Okay, my next question is, Dr. Heavenly, I like you, but OMG, baby, not the Medicaid fraud. Please don't let it be true, Dr. Heavenly. Just say it's not true. Okay, I just don't want it to be true because I think you're funny. I like you on the show. And I hope you and Miss Lisa Nicole could really bury the hatchet and come together again and unify the Black women in the community. I just want us as Black people to unify and come together because it's time, y'all. It's time. And yeah, that's it. That was a lot tonight. Oh, now you pay them people. They done already got on the show talking about you ain't paying makeup artists. Pay your people, man. Hey, that's not good. That's not good. That just says a lot about your character. Stop. Pay the people. Just because you're rich, I understand. It's one thing to be cheap and rich, but pay the people, man. Don't be ripping people off. Pay the people. I agree with Schoolboy. Pay the people, man. Just pay the people. They work hard for they stuff, man. Pay the people.
Yes.
Come on, man. $100, $150. You tell y'all say y'all making millions and millions of dollars. What is $150 compared to $100 to pay somebody? Like, to pay the people, man. Them people.
Thank you, Brittany. We appreciate. Yes,
All right,
yes,
y'all
ma'am.
have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Have a good night. Okay. I wanted to acknowledge some super chats before we head out of here. Let me pull them up on my phone. All right. Let me see here. Kevo. I like that name, Kevo. Bandman Kevo. Do y'all know Bandman Kevo? On YouTube. I like that ratchet stuff. He's a hood scholar. Very intelligent young man. Net worth, she says net worth. Lisa Nicole Cloud, 8 million. Toya, 4 million. Heavenly, 4 million. Simone, 3.5 million. Jackie, 3 million. Quad, 1.5 million. Contessa, 3.5 million. And Amelia, 2 million. All right, that's receipts. That said it all. Okay. Lisa Nicole was not lying when she said she is the richest on the cast. Okay. Put some respect on her name, please. Helen's Pearls, thank you so much for the super chat. Lisa has the highest net worth, LOL. She does. Sue Inspired, thank you so much for the super chat. So is Daddy really cheating? I heard she's lonely and he doesn't pay her any attention at home. Oh, okay. Ebony, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Why do you and others allow Heavenly to bully y'all when she's admitted that she can't even fight? Laughing my ass off. She is all talk. Yeah. Well, no, Lisa Nicole looks like she about that life. She looked like she don't play and no one bullies her. Okay. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Absolutely not. Tawana to Inspire TV. Thank you so much for the super chat. She said, I love the show. Thank you so much for this generous super chat. Wendy, thank you for the super chat. Just my 2 cents. I love this panel. I never really enjoyed the other one. No shade, just my preference. So please keep your heads up. You're all appreciated. Why, thank you. We appreciate you too. Lala Chanel, thank you so much for the super chat. This sounds like some young and restless mess, and I'm here for it. Brown Bunny 04, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Verdana Steen, thank you so much for the super chat. She said Bishop is slimming down and he looks good. Great work, Bishop. You look good. You really do.
Thank you.
You really, really do. All right, y'all. We're gonna go on and get on out of here. Okay. Marcella, where can they find you?
You can find me on All the Real Housewives Discussion on Facebook. You can find me on Marcella Speaks, and you can find me here.
All right. Bishop, where can they find you?
You can find me on at my channel at The Bishop, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bishop Redpill. All
right. Schoolboy, where can they find you?
You can find me next week in Atlanta getting Lisa Nicole Cloud's money from Anila. And also on my YouTube at Schoolboy. You can find me on Twitter at School_boy. And you can find me on Instagram at School_boy_2021. Lisa, I'm gonna get your damn money.
I know that's right. And you going to Atlanta next week too on vacation? You on the girl? You
I'm watching the white vans while I'm down there, y'all. I'm staying on high alert for the white vans.
All right, Teacup fam, please like and share this video and subscribe to All About the Tea. Teacups, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We love each and every one of you. Mods. We had our first teleconference today. You let me tell you, I have the best mods on YouTube.
Yes.
They are amazing. So supportive, so kind. I love y'all. Thank you for holding down the chat as always. I appreciate you. Everyone that sent in a super chat or a cash app, thank you so very much for helping us keep the lights on. We appreciate the support very much. I want y'all to stay safe in these YouTube streets and be blessed, okay? Be blessed. We'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, same place, spilling tea. We love you all. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.